Hey, welcome. I am Rebecca. This is Body Illumination, and today we are doing a fusion of yoga and Pilates. So you need a mat, and if you have a block handy, grab a block. We are going to get started right away.
Breathe.
Okay, so let's come onto our mat. You're going to come onto your hands and knees. Take your hands right under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. And we're going to do a quick cat and cow. So round through the spine, tuck your chin towards your chest. And then extend, tuck your toes, look up into the sky. And do that again. Round through the spine, tuck your chin towards your chest. And then extend. Now check it out. As you start to round through the spine, I don't want your shoulders to hug your ears. Keep your shoulders on your back body, into those little pockets. Again, extend, look up, and round through the spine. Scoop into the belly. Okay, one more time, let's arch. Wag your hips from side to side like you have a little tail. Keep your hands into the earth. Press back into a high plank, and then stretch back into downward facing dog. Okay, so let me get centered on the mat. So you're in your high plank and then downward facing dog. So get comfortable here. Again, press into your high plank, look forward, and then press back downward facing dog. Now we're going to roll forward. We're going to scoop into your belly, articulate through the spine, come into your high plank. And then as you come back, you're going to round up. So tuck your chin, scoop into the upper back, middle back, and lower back as you set yourself down into the earth. And do that again. Okay, let's come on forward, scoop, round, lower back, middle back, upper back. Come into your high plank. Tuck your chin, scoop, and press all the way back downward facing dog. Now lengthen through your spine, bend your knees, and extend. And again, bend, and extend. And one more time, bend, and extend. Now this time you're going to round through the spine again. So you roll up onto the balls of your feet. Lower back, middle back, upper back, and then stay here. Lift the right leg. So slight turn out here if you'd like. Lift and lower, and lift and lower, and lift and lower, and lift and lower. Tuck the toes. Let's change sides. Lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. One more time. Lift and lower. Then tuck the toes under, press back, downward facing again. Drop to your knees, hip width. Hands come back underneath your shoulders. Round through the spine and extend. And then walk your hands forward, stretch back into a child's pose. Take a nice ujjayi breath here. And then come back forward into your hands and your knees. We're going to stay here. You're going to lift the knees up and lower down. And again, just lift the knees and lower down. Now, as you do that, not a lot of motion with the pelvis. Okay, not a lot of motion with the pelvis, right? So lift and lower and lift and lower. Again, lift the knees. Right knee comes up and back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now drop the knee down. Round through the spine as you stretch back into your child's pose. And then round up, exaggerate the movement. We're going to do the same thing again. So lift the knees up and lower. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left knee comes in and reach. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then take that knee in, drop down, round back into child's pose. Now, crisscross your legs underneath you. So, we're here. We're going to take the hands underneath the thighs, roll the shoulders back, round through the spine, scoop, and then extend, lift your heart up. And again, round, scoop into the belly, and lift your heart up. And again, round through your spine, and and lift your heart up. Good, now round through your spine here. Take your feet a little closer together. You're going to knit the ribs in, squeeze the knees towards each other. If you want to, you can use your block. Okay, you're going to lift the legs up and hang out here. Reach your arms forward. Drop the right leg and lift. Just a little toe touch. Lift and lift. Fire up the core. Lift, drop, lift, drop, lift, drop, lift, and drop, lift. Now think about being efficient in your movements today. Try to keep your movements really, really small, okay? So round, tuck your chin towards your chest, and then extend as little as possible, as much as necessary, Yoga Pilates used to say. So really efficient when we're doing any form of Pilates or ballet, typically, depending upon the form of ballet, you want to be very efficient with your movement. So how can you do what you want to do with as little movement as possible? So really controlling the body. So let's lower ourselves down into the mat. Again, nice and slowly control the body. Drop your feet down so they're underneath your knees. Take your hands down by your side. Nice big sigh. Start by tucking the chin. And then lift your head and shoulders up. And lower yourself down. And do that again. Tuck the chin. Lift your head and shoulders up. And then take your right knee up and your left knee up. Support your head if you'd like. Reach your right arm and pump. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Only a little set. Drop yourself back into the earth and look from side to side, okay? So we're doing a fusion of Pilates and yoga, and we're obviously moving from the classical repertoire. We're not doing the typical classical repertoire order or the typical exercises that we usually do. So we're going to go back and do another set for the 100. Again, support your head. First, tuck your chin. Pull the ribs in when you do that. Then lift your head and shoulders up. Reach your arms forward. Take your legs up if you'd like and pump. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knit the ribs. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bend your knees, lower yourself into the mat. Now drop your feet down, and once you get down here, I want you to find that sacrum in towards the mat. Start with the low back, like your tailbone. Tuck it under and lift the lower back, middle back, and upper back. And then lower down, articulate down the same way, upper back, middle back, and lower back. Now, with the breath, let's tuck the tail, and then inhale as you lift middle and upper. Exhale up here, and slowly lower down, upper back, middle back, and lower back. Now think again to yourself, how can I be efficient in these movements? So pull the ribs towards the hip bones, tuck the tail under, lift yourself up, feel that articulation in your spine. Now let's stay here and pull the right leg in and lower it down, keeping the hips nice and steady. Pull the left leg in and lower it down, and guide the right leg in and lower it down. Let's keep those hips nice and still. Left leg in and lower it down. This time, as you guide the right leg in, kick it up towards the side, nice and long, and a little hip lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then take the leg, cross it over your other leg. Drop your hips into the floor and look over to your right side. Nice deep twist. And then come back through the center Uncross your legs. Let's line up, so try to get those heels in line with your sits bones under your knees and tuck the tail, articulate through the spine, lift up. Let's do that again, lower down, upper back, middle back. Knit the ribs in like a corset. And come back up again. Tuck the tail so your sits bones reach up towards the sky. And then once you get up there, stay there. Hug that left knee in, kick it up, and lift. And lift. Exhale. Exhale. Maybe lift the sides of your mouth up into a nice smile. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take that leg, cross it over your right leg, and drop both legs over to the right. Reach the left arm up and around and circle open. That should feel really good. Okay, now come back through the center. Press your feet into the earth. Again, you're back into this bridge. We're going to tuck the tail, lift the hips back up. And this time, roll onto the balls of your feet, your metatarsals, and then lower the heels back down. Again, roll, lift the heels up, and lower back down. Try to keep the hips steady. Again, lift, and lower, and lift, and lower. Heels down, arms reach up and over, upper back, middle back, and lower back into the earth. And then reach the arms down by your side. Inhale. Exhale, tuck the tail under, reach the arms up and over your head as you articulate. And then come back down, articulate back down into the earth. Reach the arms. Okay, from here, squeeze the knees in towards your chest, give them a little hug. Take your hands on the back side, rock yourself up, and rock yourself back, and rock yourself up, and rock yourself back, and rock yourself up. Rock yourself back, squeeze the knees in towards your chest, and then take them over to your left side, look over to your right, and stretch. Nice side, and then change sides. Again, stretch. Come back through the center, and then let's come on to our left hip, okay? So you're going to mirror me. You're going to start here, stack the hips one on top of the other, and then bring the legs forward about 45 degrees. Then slide your arm all the way down, rest your head nice and long. Okay, lift the top leg up, and then take the leg, reach it up towards the sky, flex, and lower down. And again, lift and lower. Now with each movement, I want you to think about stretching the leg a little bit further away from you. Lift and lower, and lift and lower, and lift and lower. Now hold here, little circles up and around. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Breathing. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now roll over onto your belly. Drop your forehead into the floor, bend your knees, windshield wipe your legs from side to side. Extend your legs out, wiggle your hips. And then bring your heels to touch. We're going to beat the heels. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down and lift again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. One more time, lift those legs and beat. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Wiggle your hips from side to side. Push your hands into the earth. Sit all the way back into a child's pose. And then come on up, downward facing dog. Okay, now slide your right leg back behind you. Open the hip, bend the knee, look underneath your left armpit. Circle the leg around. And lower that leg down into the earth. Let's change sides. Left leg lifts, open the hip, look under your right armpit, circle the knee up and around. And reverse it. Oh, that feels so good. Now, stay here. We're going to come on forward into a high plank and then lower down, low plank. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. So let's go through that and modify it, okay? Come into your high plank. If you'd like to, drop to your knees, lower all the way into the earth. Take your hands subtly forward in front of your shoulders and lift into a low cobra. Then push your hands under your shoulders and either press up into a high plank or come into child's pose and then press back downward facing dog. So that's a nice option for you depending upon what feels appropriate today. Remember, modify as needed. Now this time we're going to come on forward into a high plank. You're going to bend your elbows just like chaturanga. You're going to go down and press up like a Pilates push-up. Now, optional, you can drop one knee into the earth as you do this, or you can drop both knees into the earth as you do it, or keep your legs extended. And then press all the way up and back, downward facing dog. Now from here, take that right leg up into the sky, step it all the way through, drop your back knee down, come on up, tuck the tail under. So when we're working with Pilates, we do a lot of hip flexor work. And in yoga, we open those hip flexors. So take your tailbone, drop it down, and then reach it forward. Now, lift your heart up. Feel that back bend. Feel the hip flexor engage, and then stretch. So squeeze the belly muscles as you go forward, and then feel that nice, deep stretch. Reach the arms up into the sky. And then reach the arms into the earth. Now hang out here for a moment. You're going to tuck the toes. And you're going to go over to the other side. Drop the back knee down. Stay here. Take your time to set it up. Come on up. Drop the tailbone down into the earth. Lift your heart. And then let it out. Soften. Soften your facial muscles. Relax the shoulders. Control the breath. Maybe reach the arms up into the sky. Now take your hands down into the earth, tuck the toes, and come back all the way towards the other side of your mat. And from here, we're going to take the back leg forward. So tuck the toes, step it forward to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen through your spine, get long, hang out here for a moment, and then lower yourself down, bend your knees, hang in ragdoll, rock your head from side to side. Shake your head yes, shake your head no, and then round, come on, up, 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 and then extend, come down. Reach your arms forward, keep your knees bent, and have a seat. You're going to grab onto the backs of your legs, round through the spine, tuck your chin towards your chest, and then extend. And again, round and extend. Now, let's stay with this. Reach your legs up. Balance here, roll the shoulders back. Keep your legs bent if you'd like, or start to straighten them. Reach your arms forward, beat your heels. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So in yoga, we refer to it as bow pose, navasana. Extend through the spine. In Pilates, we refer to it as a teaser. And Joseph Pilates studied Hatha yoga. So you see there's so many similarities in the movement-based exercises. And when you're doing these, it's important to remember to breathe. A lot of times I'll get asked, how should I breathe? Should I do an Ujjayi breath or should I do Pilates breathing. And I always say, do what works best for you. If you can, when we're doing the more Pilates movements, then you can exhale through your mouth and use your Pilates breath. And then when we're doing a yoga pose and we're holding it, or you know it's a typical, then try to implement the Ujjayi breath. But really important to just breathe. Very, very important. It doesn't necessarily matter how you're doing it, but make sure that you're doing it. So that's the first part. Get that breath, the prana, moving. Okay, come on up. Let's do the second one. So come on up, reach your arms forward, and crisscross your legs. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now hold here. Bend your knees. Again, round through the spine and extend. Open those collarbones. Stretch forward. Again, round and extend. Doesn't that feel good in the body? And then this time, grab onto the back of the legs. Pull the shoulders onto your back body. Lift the legs up. Hold the legs. Let's circle the arms around for 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4. Reverse. And 3 and 2 and 1. And then come onto your back side. Bend your knees. Windshield wipe your legs from side to side. Let out a big sigh. Let's set up for a nice little bridge here. So reach your fingertips towards your heels. Tuck your tail under. Lift your hips up. And then walk your hands underneath you. Put your palms into a fist if that feels appropriate. If you're looking for something a little bit more restorative, take your hips onto the block. So it's right underneath your sacrum. So all of these things are effective. They just have a subtly different purpose. So depending upon what you need today, if you need a little bit more strength, a little bit more support, whatever it is that's going to bring you what you need, then go ahead and try that. Lower yourself back into the mat. Reach your arms over your head. Extend your legs nice and long. Let out a big sigh. Now press your feet into the earth. Bring the soles of your feet together. Splay your knees open into Supta Baddha Konasana. Then press your feet back into the earth. We're going to stay here. Slide your hands down by your side and wrap the shoulders onto your back body. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Hug your left or right knee in. I have my left knee. And you're going to take your outside hand to your ankle, inside hand to your knee. Pull, pull, and 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 pull, pull. Lower yourself into the mat. Grab the backs of your legs. Rock yourself up. Prop yourself up onto your forearms. Slide your legs out in front of you. Now take that left leg nice and long. Hover the right leg and reach, reach, 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 and reach. Now bend your knees. Come back down onto your back side. Let's take that left leg up and give it a nice stretch. Hang out here. Hold on to it. Flex and point and circle it around and change. Now lift the upper body up and bring the right leg off the earth. Stretch in a little deeper and then stretch that leg back down into the earth and maybe lower the upper body down. Okay, extend the leg up and slowly lower it into the earth. Bend your right leg, take it up into the sky. Let's walk up the leg and flex and point and flex and point. Maybe circle it around if you'd like and change directions with it if that feels good. And hold the leg into a nice deep stretch. Hover your left leg off the earth. Pull this leg in a little bit deeper when you do that. Open through the back side of the leg. And then stretch the leg back down into the earth. Maybe this leg comes in a little bit deeper. Okay, now take that leg nice and long, lower it into the earth, and we're going to roll over onto our other hip. Okay, so you might be mirroring me. If you mirrored me on the other side, then mirror me on this side. We're going to slide the arm out nice and long. Rest your head down, take the legs forward 45 degrees. Lift your top leg up and then lift it up and lower down. Again, I have a slight turnout if that feels appropriate. Inhale, exhale, stretch. Inhale, exhale, stretch. Really open and lengthen through that connective tissue. Staying here and circle 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now reverse it. 8, 7, keeping the hips steady. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then straighten your legs out behind you. Come onto your belly. Drop your forehead. Bend your knees. Windshield wipe your legs across the room. Now walk your knees in, bring your big toes towards each other. Drop your forehead down and lift and lower. And lift and lower. Remember to breathe and try to keep the upper body relaxed as you do this. So engaging through the back side, front side, core is engaged. Lift and lower. And lift and lower. And lift and lower. One more time. Lift, pulse up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And lower down. Wiggle your hips out. And then from here, stretch all the way back into a child's pose. Come back forward onto your hands and knees and round through the spine and extend. Tuck your toes under, press back, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Shavasana. Okay, one more time. You can round through the lower back, upper back. Come on forward. Stay here in your high plank. And this time, you're going to bend your elbows. Slowly lower yourself all the way into the earth. And wiggle your hips out. Prop yourself up into a Sphinx pose. Lift your heart. Look over your right shoulder. Drop your chin towards your chest. Circle around. Come through to center, look to your left, circle around, come back to center. Relax the facial muscles. So notice if you're engaging in the cheeks, the forehead. Look over to your right, drop your chin, circle around, come to center, and change sides. Lower yourself back into the earth, and then press back again into downward facing dog. Okay, now step your left foot forward, warrior one, left side. And then reach the arms down, pivot. Right foot forward, left foot flat, warrior one, right side. And then take your hands down. Again, let's pivot. Take your back foot forward to meet your front foot. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, bow, bend your knees, sit down, Utkatasana. And then exhale, bow, drop into the earth. Open your feet up about hip width, slowly reach your hands forward, bend your knees, and have a seat. Okay, bring the soles of your feet forward about arm's length. Bring your forehead towards your feet. Okay, round through the spine, come all the way back up to sit. Bring the knees together. Extend your legs out in front of you. Okay, now if you're a little bit tight in your lower back or your hamstrings or maybe both, then have a seat on a block, okay? So it feels really good. You're gonna reach your arms up into the sky, keep extension in the spine. And then maybe keep your hands out like a little kickstand. Feel those hamstrings opening. Now the hamstrings are delicate. Bring awareness back there. I don't usually teach pull it away, but more just bring awareness back here so you can feel your sits bones reaching backwards, lengthening through the spine. Inhale and exhale. Now inhale, lengthen up halfway. Exhale, inhale, let's come all the way up to sit. Now grab onto your block if you have it. If you don't have a block, that's okay, you don't need it. So we're gonna start here, you're gonna keep the block accessible. Reach your hands forward. Now take your, let's see, you're gonna mirror me, right? So take your left hand back. So inhale, exhale, twist. Inhale, come to center. 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 Now grab onto your block. Inhale, as you exhale, round through the spine. And then come on up, extend. This time, like you're driving a car, sort of. You're gonna take the block over to your side, scoop, take it over, come back through to center. And then let's change it. So you're creating a nice motion with your spine. Let's bend our knees and do the same thing. Take the block in a little bit closer. We're gonna stay here, turn, go back, and go around, and go back, and go around. Come back through center, go back, and sit up, and go back, and sit up. Hug the ribs in, and knit them towards each other. And think about pulling your sits bones towards each other as you go back. Again, let's come back. You're going to turn, look to your left, look to your right, and come on up. Keep gazing to the right. Go back, sit back into that hip, change sides, and come on up. Change sides. And come back up towards center. Good, excellent. Now, come to the front, the middle of your mat. Crisscross your legs, reach your arms out to the side, and lift up and over. Good, just hang out here. And come back through to center and lift up and over. And come back through to center. Roll the heads of your shoulders back. Take a big breath, inhale and exhale. Now think about what it is that you could take with you off the mat into your life today. So maybe it's that focus, maybe it's the breath, maybe it's the alignment with the spine, the balance, just one thing. I want you to close your eyes and feel that one thing in your body. And then bring your hands to your heart center. Namaste. Thank you so much for your hard work today, for your effort. Thank you to yourself for just showing up and doing this. If you're interested in more classes, yoga, Pilates, other fitness, please check out our playlist, subscribe to bodyillumination.com, check out our website, and let's explore all this wellness together. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Thank you.